We are about to play a game called the spinning game, which is a very simple game where you spin like this for as many times as you dare, with very nasty consequences if you go for a too high a number, and looking like a complete pussy if you go for too low a number. I'm going to head towards you. I'm going to make it. Yes.
20.
Alright. Walk towards us. Oh dear. You see,
This is how Danny ends most of her Saturday nights, on the floor feeling drunk.
he's an aeroplane.
He's a freaking airplane!
I'm sick. Oh, damn it. Okay, camera. Between you and me. That was a lot more than 20, audience.
Hey guys, it's Josh, and I came back from Cub Camp a couple of days ago, and I found out the hard way that there's a few things you need to learn about kids. Namely, one big issue is that they always want to do the instruction you never wanted them to do in the first place. So, on Cub Camp, we gave them the instruction in their teams to pick a team name. One called themselves ILSC, which is an acronym, another called themselves Mining Mayhem, that's not an acronym, and another team called themselves Scream on account of the movie, which by any reckoning 8-year-olds should not have watched. And so when it came to dinner time, let's get a bit of upwards elevation. Yeah. No, too high and too heavy for my arm. My arm's not made for that. Where was I? Yeah, so when it came to dinner time, we called them up using their team name. So Mining Mayhem, you go up. ILSC, you go up. And then we go Scream, and 20 kids in a room just go, "Argh!" I just received the oddest looks. Yeah, so 20 kids in a room just absolutely scream their very prepubescent voices out. And dear God, the first time it was quite funny, gotta admit. The second time, the third time, the 12th time, that it happened, no, it just hurts. And so I guess the moral of the story really is, if you're going to tell someone under the age of 12 to do something, think very, very carefully about what you tell them to do. Because if at a firing range you tell them fire at will, William is going to have a very, very bad day. And another thing, say hi to Bruce. No, really, say hi. He's a nice guy once you get to know him. So another thing about kids is that they don't like showing support for anything other than a football team. So on camp we were doing a competition. We said, come on guys, we need a cheering team going on. And the kids turned unanimously and went, no, we're not going to be a cheerleading team. Are you out of your mind? Please guys, your own team needs some support here. You've got your own people doing this competition. No, just no, definitely not. Dude, has your voice broken? Like, in the space of 3 seconds? Maybe. So I guess the moral of the story is, if you want kids to do anything supportive for a team, a person, you tell them either A, it's a football team, B, there's a famous person willing to give them some money, or maybe you just leave the famous person out and tell them someone's going to give them money, that works a charm, or C, you tell them you're going to get your boot and you're going to shove it right up there. So, another thing I've just worked out is that my hair really needs to be washed. Maybe something for another day. Wait, not another day? Today? Now? Oh. Sorry. So, another story from Cub Camp. And I know what you're thinking. Josh, are all these stories going to be from Cub Camp? No, they're not. Just most of them. But we'll get over that. So we went to a swimming pool, and I've lost my train of thought again. Right, we're at a swimming pool, and they had diving boards. They had a 1 meter diving board, a 2 meter diving board, and a 5 meter diving board. No, okay, these are not what my hand is not at 1 meter, 2 meters, and 5 meters right now. But if you would stop being so pedantic, I could get on with the story. Got me? Right, so they had a 1 meter, 2 meter, and a 5 meter diving board, and they opened it up for public use. And so people are jumping off, they're bouncing around, some kids are just jumping, and a couple of kids from our group go, and one kid goes up to the 5 meter diving board, jumps off, lands, splashes down, And everyone's like, yeah, well done. Oh, this was one of the things people cheered for, because I kind of guess jumping off a 5-meter diving board makes you a mini celebrity. And then a second kid goes up, and he jumps off, and he goes into a dive, but then he gets stuck. That's the only way I can describe it. He gets stuck, his legs bend over, and smack, lands right on his back. I mean, if you've never done a backflop in your life before, let me put it this way. I did a backflop from the pool's edge, and that freaking hurt. As in, genuinely freaking hurt. From 5 meters. I can completely understand why he was crying. He had to go home after that. That wasn't particularly pleasant. But a bit later on, I had my go at the 5-meter board, and all the kids were like, Josh, which one are you going to do? Which one are you going to do? And I was like, I don't know yet, because I didn't want to make the kids that did like the 1 or 2 meter boards look bad. So I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. But in my head, I was thinking, plane. No, I wasn't thinking plane. That was the last thing going through my mind when I'm going on a diving board. Plane, let's fly! So I got up, I climb up the ladder to the 2 meter diving board, and I look like I'm thinking about it. And the kids are like, go up, and I eventually go up, and they're like, yes, Josh is on the 5 meter. And so my plan was to go to the edge, look down, and pretend to go like, wow, that's going to be nice. To walk back, and then do a run. Hang on, let me try that. Walk back, and then run forward, and dive. And then go into a dive and land. So I walk up, go to the edge, look down. Dear God, it's tall. Go back, run, jump. There is a moment of exhilaration going, yes, I've done it, I've jumped. And then suddenly there is a moment of, holy God, I am falling for a long time very quickly. I mean, and the plan just went out the window. I intended to go into a dive, like, feet together. I didn't manage that. My hand kind of got stuck over here, my legs were a bit bent, and I did a belly flop. Exactly like that. Will probably sound a bit worse. Kind of landed like a cat, but did a belly flop. So when I come up, everyone is looking at me, and I'm just kind of paddle over to the side, and I get out, and people are like, are you okay? And I'm like, yep, I'm fine. Stomach is steel, good as new, everything's fine. But inside I was thinking, God damn it, you messed it up. But I'm not going to lie, it was pretty freaky falling all that way. And then people do it from even higher heights, like 10 meters, and 20 meters, and 30 meters. And that's not something I'm going to be doing for a while. Not until I master the 5 meter. Or at least the 2 meter. Or at least the poolside edge jump in. Yeah, because I'm a bit of a wimp like that. I said nothing.
Intermission! Alright, we're done.
Anyway, so my dad and I went to the House of Parliament to see a speaker talking about lawfare, which is an interesting word. It's a mix between warfare and lawfare. It's about people wrongly using democracy to undermine it. Very interesting. I would look it up if you feel like it. And so after we're at a cafe, we're eating, well, more of a restaurant, we're eating dinner, and this Japanese guy's walking around, he's trying to sell us pirate DVDs. No thanks. Quite simply, no thanks. So he walks up to this guy with a really cute Scottish Terrier. It's a tiny dog, really grey coat, really pleasant. And as the guy walks up and takes out the pirate DVD, he's like, would you like some? The dog starts going, yapping everywhere, going, arr, 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 tries to bite the guy's leg off. That's what it looked like. He's biting the guy's leg off, and the guy's like sprinting away, looking like running for his life, and the dog's yapping at him. When the guy eventually comes back, the owner apologizes, going, I'm sorry, but my dog has an aggression towards pirate DVDs. And so I officially named this dog Rex, the Pirate DVD Hunter. You should stop wasting your millions on trying to close down Pirate Bay. Just send this dog and he will bite their DVDs in the DVD spot. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed video journal number 2, and as a final thought to leave you on, well, they say you can't spell crap without rap. Well, I've also worked out you can't spell fart without art. So I'm not sure exactly how that fits in.